Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh,
Good morning, Apple Valley. Good morning, Golden Valley. Good morning, Hidden Valley. And good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please say hello. Thank you. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister and Hidden Valley Ranch's Employee of the Month, Kendall Mark, everybody.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
Hi. Welcome. Hello.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Taco Tuesday. I love your sweater.
It is, yeah, it's spring, it's a summer sweater season. That was hard to say, yeah.
That's really hard to
thank
say.
Thank you, audience, I appreciate it. I wore this to Debbie Gibson, the concert, so I thought it's like a little lucky.
Debbie approved.
Debbie approved of the sweater. How you doing?
I am doing very well today.
Are you?
Yeah, today's a good day. Other than when my dad sent me, a photo this morning of a deer. I don't think I told you about this. I didn't tell you about this. It was my parents' anniversary and they got in a car crash last night.
Oh my goodness!
No. So all is fine. They're fine. They're totally fine. I know. Sorry, Jeff. But my dad, being a dad, sent a photo of the car damage and the other damage. That's all I'll say. So everything was good until that just happened. It just happened. So that's why it's on my brain and I'm a little flustered right now.
Every party needs a pooper. That's why we invited you, party pooper.
Sorry. All I can think about.
Let's go to our audience. Did anything horrible happen to you guys on the way here? Oh my goodness. Aaron, anything horrible happen to you on the way here? No? Okay.
So sorry. Hello. We can just
Wow,
rewind that.
I'm never asking how you are again. Ever. Well, last night, my husband ran over a family of ducks. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, it's so sad.
It didn't happen, people.
It didn't happen.
Oh, we called Stephanie Hansen a Debbie Downer. I think we moved the title over to you.
I made Hanson giggle, so I did something right.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I tell this story to the audience when I do Q&A, but our buddy Stephanie Hansen, who, by the way, is here today. So let's, Stephanie Hansen was part of the group that we went to Disney World together in October. And I love, Steph and I are legit, dear friends. So we can poke fun at each other. Obviously, when you watch the segments, you see that. Anyway, we were on the way to the most magical place on earth. We're on our way to the Magic Kingdom. And we are all in a great mood. There's 10 of us. And we're all like, oh, we can't wait to ride this ride. And we can't wait to ride this ride. And then there's silence for a second. And then Hansen breaks the silence. We're all in this van, and she goes like this. Did you guys know that you can't spread your loved one's ashes at Walt Disney World? And we went,
Not okay.
and we were like, what? And then 5 minutes later, and I'm not kidding, 5 minutes later, nobody's saying anything, and all of a sudden she goes, did you hear about that guy who's shooting a house? Ma'am, your phone's ringing. Go ahead and answer it. Go, who is it? Is it Kendall's dad? Is he okay?
Sorry, don't open that photo.
No, is it someone important or a bill collector or somebody? Nobody important? Okay.
Mortified.
Anyway, so about 5 minutes later, Hansen, again, we've already poked fun of her, and she goes, oh, did you guys see that story of the guy that's killing household pets? And finally, my husband goes, Stephanie! So then I pull out my phone and I start playing the Debbie Downer theme song from Saturday Night Live. So yeah, so every time Steph said anything for the rest of the trip, we played Rachel Dratch's theme song. But anyway. Well, before we get another phone call coming through, we better get to the hot dish. Here we go, everybody. Roll it.
Traumatized.
Wow. If the rest of the show is like the first 4 minutes, this is going to be a great episode.
I'm sorry. It's like word vomit, Jason. It just kind of happened.
Oh, Kendall. Oh, Kendall. Let's get started. James Corden announced last month that next year is going to be his last hosting the Late Late Show over there on CBS. And now we're learning what the network might do when James leaves. So this story hit Variety. The network is kicking around the idea of replacing James not with one single host, but a panel. Thank you. It comes as the late night genre appears to be shrinking. TBS didn't replace Conan when Conan left. Comedy Central, which once had 3 daily late night programs, now only has Trevor Noah. Now, CBS likely won't ramp up its real search for a host or hosts or many hosts until after the summer. This is what I love about the story in the press release. The feverish, excitable headline is like, CBS plans a revolutionary idea for James Corden's time slot. There's nothing revelatory or revolutionary about a panel show. Thanks, Barbara Walters. We've had them since 1997. We've had The Talk and The View and The Real and Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher on ABC in 99. Chelsea Lately in Late Night was a panel show. This isn't anything new, and it's not going to bring youngins to your time slot. It's just not.
No, they're just going to go to TikTok. Period.
They are.
That's what they watch.
That's the thing in late night. I didn't mean to cut you off this week, but that's the thing in late night. James Corden has already done it really well. He's already pushed the genres forward because he knows that you produce shows, even this one really, you produce shows really in chunks now that are easily transferred to social media so people that don't watch our show linear can enjoy our show in little chunks, like your story yesterday or the day before when you were a jockey in Canterbury. We pushed that out onto social media, and when I say she was a jockey, I mean let's put that in air quotes.
I rode a racehorse.
Again, it was a 4-minute piece, and Kendall was on the horse for maybe 4 seconds. I'm just gonna say, yeah.
We did a half a lap.
Anyway, you know what I mean?
Yes.
James has done that with Carpool Karaoke. Youngins aren't watching James Corden live at 11:30 on CBS.
We're sleeping.
Yeah, we're sleeping. They're watching it the next day. That's what they need to concentrate on.
Right.
Yeah. Next in the dish, sad news for fans of the Scream franchise. Neve Campbell says she's not coming back for Scream 6. Yeah. Thank you. God, I'm loving these people. Except for Phone Lady. I don't know about her, but yeah. I'm kidding. She's going to be known as Phone Lady for the rest of the hour. Neve announced yesterday that she has worked hard in her career to establish her value, and she felt that the offer they gave her was not equal to the value that she brings to the franchise. By the way, that franchise that she's referring to, that she's partially responsible for, has pulled in nearly $750 million. Yeah. The last one by itself made $140. Here's the deal. What the blank are you doing? What are you doing, studio? You can't really make a Scream movie without Neve Campbell, or let me rephrase that. You really shouldn't. And this is embarrassing. Pay her what she wants. She's Neve Campbell. She's Sidney Prescott.
Right.
It's insulting, and it's an egg on the face of that studio, because what's going to happen is there's going to be your core fan base is going to be mad, and they're not going to show up. And that franchise that you want to be a cash cow and run forever will die on the vine. It will die on the vine because people are going to be really bitter about how she was treated. I'm just telling you.
Absolutely. I think it's great that nowadays mostly women get to speak up and say, hey, this isn't fair. This is what someone else is getting paid. This is what they're offering me. I bring the exact same value. I'm done.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
I applaud, and I love her, and it's shame on that studio. Because let's be clear, they have the money, seriously. Next to the dish, Adam Sandler was on Fallon last night, speaking of late night, and at the beginning of the interview, he had to explain what happened to his face. Look.
In my bed, it's 4 a.m. And somebody made the bed. You know when they make the bed and they tuck in the bottom part of the bed? So I'm in the bed, and I'm kind of like, it's 4 a.m. I forgot to untuck it. I'm going, why is it so uncomfortable here? And I'm feeling squished, and I have my phone is here next to me in the bed. I always, before I go to sleep, check out my net worth on the phone.
Oh yeah, as one does. Yeah, of course.
You gotta know, how life is and all that. So, anyways, I, for real, started getting panicky and I kicked my legs. It's like, God, bed, and boom, and the phone flies in the air and hits me in the face. That's so funny. Anyways, I was bleeding terribly. I felt it was pitch black in the room, and I feel wetness, and I go, yes. I tricked myself. I go, those are probably just thick tears, because I really was so tired.
I love Sandler. You forget how just guys don't like to be called cute. You just forget how adorable he can be. He's just a cool guy. He's so adorable.
He can weave a story. That's what makes him so funny.
And you can see that happening. Yeah. Well, we have a lot more to come. So go get some more coffee and meet us back here in just a minute. Back in a moment, everyone. The dish is still hot and ready for another serving. Next, one of the dumbest lawsuits I have heard about lately, and it has to do with Top Gun.
Good morning, aviators.
I'll give you the skinny. Then, Tuesday means a visit from Stephanie Hansen. And today, it's all about the summer sensation, sangria. And the list of the biggest and most expensive movie flops in history. And a few of them may surprise you. That and more when we come back. Welcome back. Tuesday. Hi. The Queen's Platinum Jubilee is over, and fellow Brit James Corden, we just talked about him earlier, did a little recap, and that, my friends, is our late night rewind.
United Kingdom, the 4-day celebration surrounding the Queen's Platinum Jubilee culminated last night with 22,000 people attending a concert in front of Buckingham Palace. It was called the Party at the Palace. Party at the Palace. I like it. We all call it Queenchella. Well, to kick off the televised event, the Queen made an appearance. This is brilliant, with Paddington Bear. Here they are discussing the importance of marmalade sandwiches.
I always keep one for emergencies.
So do I. I keep mine in here.
So it was so good. It was so cute. So even more exciting, later on in the ceremony, Prince Charles was chased around by the raptors from Jurassic Park.
Oh, no, that would be good. Hey, speaking of little programming note, tonight, speaking of Jurassic Park, I'm going to go to the screening, the little advanced screening for Jurassic World Dominion. So I'll be able to, I believe, I don't think they'll yell at me, I think I'll be able to give you my review tomorrow on the show. I could be wrong, but I think I'll be able to tomorrow.
Cool.
I think, yeah.
Jason.
Hello? Oh, she's right over there. Do you want me to? Bye-bye. I'll tell her to call after the show. Okay, bye-bye. Next in the dish. Yesterday we talked about how much money Top Gun has made. Today it's a...
So rude.
She will never live that down. She will never. This will be played at family gatherings. Yes. Well, today it's a different story. The studio may have to fork over lots of its profits. Now listen to this. The family of the author whose article inspired the original Top Gun has sued Paramount for copyright infringement. Lawyers for the family say they sent Paramount a cease and desist letter in early May, but Paramount went ahead with the movie anyway. The studio says the lawsuit is without merit. Okay, Now we have another lawsuit to tell you about, but let me just handle this one. Are you kidding me? This movie has been delayed for 3 years.
Exactly.
And now this family's lawyer in May just found out about it? Spare me. Forget it. Forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. This is absolutely, I don't like to stick up for the corporations. They have plenty of money, but this is absolutely without merit. Don't sit there and tell me that if you're the family responsible for that article, that suddenly in May you woke up, you had your Sunny D, and you're like, oh crap, the Top Gun sequel's coming out.
How did we know?
When we've been talking about it for 4 years. Everybody knew about it. Mm-hmm. That's not the only high-profile lawsuit in entertainment right now. Thank you. The Queen of Christmas may be dethroned. Mariah Carey has been sued by Andy Stone, who says that he wrote All I Want for Christmas Is You 5 years before her. See if you hear any similarities.
You are the angel atop my tree. You are my dream come true. Santa can't bring me what I need, 'cause all I want for Christmas is you.
If you get any money from that lawsuit, fix that hair. Andy says the same title caused confusion and exploited his popularity. He is seeking $20 million in damages. Mariah Carey has responded, I don't know her. That's right, yes.
I don't know her.
That's not really Mariah's response. I made that up. But are you high, Clary? To quote Steel Magnolias.
Wasn't
really?
it like 1990 or 93 that came out?
Thank you. Just like the Top Gun people, you just now woke up. The song's been out since Bill Clinton was the president. You just now woke up and realized that song sounds like mine.
Right?
Oh God, I hate people. Anyway, next, not you guys. Yeah. Next in the dish. Fans of Deadpool have been panicking ever since Disney acquired Fox back in 2019. The reason? Well, the first 2 Deadpools have been rated R, and fans have been worried that Deadpool 3 would get Mickey Mouseified. Well, the writers of the new Deadpool have assured fans that it will still be rated R. They say the folks at Marvel and Disney have agreed to let Deadpool be Deadpool. Both movies have made over $700 million. That's why, everybody! Yeah. Making them the top films in the X-Men series. Deadpool 3, we don't know when it's going to be released. They're not dumb. And that's why Disney, I believe they did it in the 80s. That's why they created different movie studios in which to release movies that weren't like,
Disney.
Bing, They had Touchstone back in the 80s, which Bette Midler did every one of her movies. They had Hollywood Pictures. So they still have these other studios in which to do this. So they just don't put the big Mickey Mouse banner over all of them.
Right? And I didn't realize, I knew I liked Deadpool. I've only seen it once, but I didn't realize how big the fandom was until I watched that Letterman episode with Ryan Reynolds, and he talked about creating this character and how people are so fanatic about it.
Oh, beyond.
It's crazy.
Oh,
Like,
Kendall,
I had no
beyond.
idea.
They're really big fans. But don't worry, Mickey Mouse will leave it alone. Next in the dish. When is kidnapping not a kidnapping? And what if your wife isn't yours?
What?
That's the log line for the 5th season of Fargo. And we now know who's going to appear in the new season. John Hamm, Jennifer Jason Leigh, single white female, and Juno Temple from Ted Lasso will star in the FX anthology series. The new season's going to be set in 2019, and it's unclear when they're going to start filming or when it's going to be on TV. Season 4, by the way, if you remember, had Chris Rock, and that was in 2020. I didn't like that season, and I love Chris, but I didn't like that season.
Okay, so they're gonna do 2019, so they're just gonna be a bunch of 2020 is coming references, or?
I hope not.
Right?
We're already living this. I don't think we want to watch it on TV.
Right?
You know?
Too soon.
Do something like go to the 40s or something.
I mean,
or thank you.
Yeah. 2010s.
It's a very agreeable audience today. I'm telling you. I like this franchise. Again, we're living in this time. I don't want to see any stories about any, the pandemic or the coming, nothing. Next in the dish, two of my favorites from the Real Housewives of New York are teaming up for a new reality show. According to Page Six, Luann and Sonia Morgan will star in a simple lifestyle reality show. They will pack up their things and travel to Middle America and hang out with us regular folk, much like Paris and Nicole did back in the early 2000s. This is expected to be start filming in July. I love this because here's the visual that I get. Countess Luann performing her cabaret in a bar like the Tipsy Turtle. You know what I mean? Or Serums. And those two knuckleheads going to like Walmart and watching out for falling prices. You know what I mean?
I know.
I want to see all of that.
I love how they call it Middle America. Like that's their word.
I know, it's
America.
It's like you need a Jeff Bezos rocket to get there. It's like it's same country.
You talking about Kansas?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
what?
Look, but I want them, if I had my choice, because I know it well, I would send them to southern Indiana.
Oh. Are there wineries there?
Oh, God, if the universe is right, they'll go to southern Indiana, please.
Can they milk a cow?
Indiana is like Indianapolis up is fine. You get a little south and things go a little wonky.
I want details. I want an example. For example, can you milk a cow anywhere in southern Indiana?
Yeah, you can. It's just, I have kinfolk in Louisville. I have kinfolk there. But yes, right below Indianapolis, it's.
Do they eat roadkill for dinner? Like, I need details.
I'll give you details in the break.
Okay.
Yeah, after the audience and I have a few drinks. But yeah, no. Either that or. But I want them to send them, I want them to go to a southern state because I just think the clash of cultures, make sure they go to a Waffle House. I want them to eat at a Cracker Barrel.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. I want them, like I said, I want them to go to Walmart. I want them to go to a dive bar. I love a dive bar. I want them to have a great meal at a Legion. I want to see them in a VFW. I really do. I want to see those two.
Pull tabs.
Yeah. Because there is nothing better, few things better than a great VFW. I say that because I was raised at a VFW. My mom used to play 44 bingo cards. I'm not kidding. 44 bingo cards. She would put the bassinet, I was up on here, she would smoke her cigarette with one and then gob with the other one.
It's a talent.
Dar was talented. And feed me with her feet. She would just like...
Put it between the toes.
Yeah, she fed me. It was the whole deal. Dar's miraculous. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Stephanie Hansen is here. We're talking sangria after this. Back in a moment, everyone. Welcome back. Woo! Hi. Oh, I'm over here. Thank you, Chris. Chris is going like this. This camera, you moron! Okay, it's the perfect summer drink full of fresh fruit and your favorite wine. And making sangria could not be easier. Please welcome back to the kitchen, foodie queen Stephanie Hansen, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Stepharoo.
Hello.
I'm so glad. Okay, I wish the camera, the smell-o-vision.
I know, it's really
because
nice.
this is one of the most beautiful spreads you've ever done there, my friend.
It's very fruity, which would be why you like it. And very beautiful.
Boom! She's here all week.
I like it.
Look, I pick on her 364 days a year.
It's
she can pick
fine.
on me whenever she wants to.
Well, and
We're buddies.
we're celebrating Pride.
We
so
are,
It's
exactly.
very colorful.
Yes.
All right, so sangria is something that I first had when I was in Europe, which makes me sound real fancy.
You very fancy.
But here's what happens in Italy. They grow a lot of their own wine, and some of the wine, you know, it's not the best because they grow it in their backyard. So they add fruit and they really like make it more of like a cocktail and a party drink. So I was like, why aren't we doing more of this in the United States? We need to make sangria. It's easy and it's fun.
I love it. Let's do it.
Okay, so we're gonna start with a red sangria, and you really wanna use like a dry, lighter wine, like a Malbec, a Pinot, something that the flavor of the fruit will really be able to come through. And I just am making it in this flower vase so that you can see. It's super easy, really.
Wait a minute.
I know,
This is a flower vase?
It is, because I only had one fancy picture, so I was like, I'll just use the flower vase, because I
fine.
want people to see.
The audience doesn't care.
So
No.
we're gonna add just a half a cup of Cointreau, which is literally just orange liqueur.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're just gonna put fruit in there. And I have recipes on my website, but I mean, you can just like put what you want. You don't have to.
Here's some of the best
Be
fruits on the
fancy.
screen. So, pomegranate, really?
Yeah, pomegranate works great in the white sangria that we'll make in a minute.
And then, okay, but since we're doing the dark, is it orange, strawberry, and lime probably for the best for dark?
Yes, friend. And you wouldn't think that like lime or
No.
lemon would be good in wine, but it is good. And you let it set up for like 4 to 8 hours. There is one other thing I wanted to put in there.
Apples?
And I have pears. So I'm
Okay.
gonna put those in.
Do you want me to put the recipe back up there?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm looking at, I know what it is, orange juice.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't juice the orange, I just cut it. But so that's gonna give you your whole red wine juice fruit situation. And you can really load it up.
So you do Cointreau and fresh orange?
Yes, because
Oh, wow,
you want
okay.
an orange flavor balance with your red.
Oh,
And these
see?
blood oranges, oh my gosh, they're like the most beautiful fruit in the world. So you literally just like load her up, put it all in there.
And then you let it sit for how long?
4 to 8 hours.
Okay.
And it'll last in your refrigerator for like 5 days. So not that,
Oh, nice.
but I mean, I'm sorry, that is just fantastically pretty if you're having like a party.
Well, and also, it's a great way to kind of recycle maybe not so great wine. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now you can see this wine is bubbling.
Yeah.
It is because I bought the cheapest wine I could, just to show you in the demonstration here.
Yeah.
So you can buy and use really cheap wine if you want to. I don't know why I feel like I have to talk out of the side of my mouth
You sound
to
like
tell
a
you that,
detective in
but,
the 40s.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see.
So this one is a little fancier. It has this liqueur called Saint Germain. Can you open that? My hands are all wet.
Yeah, it's fine.
It is with elderflower, and it's very delicious. It has a very fragrant smell. And we're gonna also add some simple syrup to this one.
I accidentally basically just put the whole thing on my nose. I
so
apologize.
good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Okay, that is a 1/4 cup we're gonna put in there.
That's very strong.
Yeah, it's,
Ooh, that is potent, girl.
oh, I love this stuff.
That is potent.
You know how else I use this?
How?
Is I just drink it with champagne.
Of course you do.
Yeah, so you just put a little, if you have like, the good champagne, don't put anything else in it. But some of your cavas and your Prosecco's, load it up with fun stuff.
What's the best white to use? Did you say that already?
Yeah, you want to use a dry white, and then you're going to be adding sugary things because you're adding the Saint Germain, you're adding the juices. So you're going to probably want to use a Sauvignon Blanc, or you're going to want to use a Chardonnay that's unoaked. That's a very important detail.
Wait. What do you mean by that?
Oaked Chardonnay is aged in oak barrels, and the oak gives off that sort of woodsy smell. I really don't like Chardonnay because of that.
Yeah.
I like an unoaked Chardonnay, which is just the grape that is not stored in the smoky wood. So you get a very different flavor, almost like, Leslie Miller would kill me, but like a Pinot Grigio or a Sauvignon Blanc, something that's not so woody.
I like that because I'm with you. I don't love Chardonnay,
No.
and that might be the reason.
It is, because you don't like the woodiness of the flavor.
So you can just go up and just say, hey, give me an unoaked.
Unoaked. Yep. You look
Unoaked
for
Chardonnay.
It's labeled on your menus. You just ask for unoaked.
Because my fear with both of these, but especially the white is, and you've covered it, is I wouldn't want it to be too sweet, like
Yes.
gaggingly sweet.
And really, if you don't want to put any flavoring in, you don't have to. You can just go with your white wine and your fruit and let it set up for like 8 hours. That might be your jam if you're someone that doesn't want the extra sweet. Here is a tip.
Okay.
So we're gonna just taste a little bit of this one.
Okay.
And you're gonna put some fruit in the individual glasses. You can fish it out. We'll put a little peach in there for you.
Thanks.
I'll put a little raspberry.
Okay.
But here is also a tip. This brand is so great.
It sure is.
Cava, and it's like less than usually $10, $12. And
you can get even cheaper sometimes.
It's great with orange juice for mimosas. It's great for topping off sparkling drinks. I like to always add a little bit of sparkling at the end of the white and the pink sangrias. The reds I just leave plain. But I just think they're sparklier.
Can you give the brand of that again? Because people are going to ask.
Juame Juam Syrah Cristalino. It is a Spanish dry cava. And you can find it at like Surdyk's and liquor stores, and it's inexpensive. I know. How do you say Jaume? Juam? Juam?
Juame?
Juame?
Juame? I don't know. Y'all find it. Y'all find it. Yeah. That, I like sangria. I don't love it. The little pop of bubbles makes me love it.
Makes a huge difference.
Makes it, Give it up for Hanson. She's not going anywhere though. So Stephanie has 3 recipes for sangria that you can make now, and
it's so pretty, I can't stand it.
You can find them all on stephaniesdish.com. More easy summer cocktail ideas when we come back. Back after the break. More Steph. I'm not kidding. Welcome back. I am joined again by our foodie queen, Stephanie Hanson. We talked about sangria before the break, and now we're going to move into other easy summer cocktails.
Yes, and if you're a non-drinker, I forgot to mention that they have sparkling non-alcoholic wines that you can make a sangria with your non-alcoholic wine.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Okay, so these are a new product that I'm very excited about. It's Camp Craft Cocktails. I got these at Kowalski's. They are dehydrated fruits and spices with sugar inside these mason jars, and you infuse them with your liquor. So I did this one at home. It's been infusing for like 3 days. I put tequila in it because it's a margarita situation. So you put your liquor in there, and
is that another flower vase?
Yes, you can use it as a flower vase. You know, I'm obsessed with mason jars. I'm going to do a segment of all the things you can do with mason jars because they're literally, like, I probably have 100 right now in my kitchen. Okay, so here is our infused distilled liqueur.
Oh.
Now you can, this one is citrus, this one is like a cranberry martini. They have, oh, thank you. They have,
I'll wipe up, you keep talking.
They have all different kinds of flavors, and they're made outside of Texas.
Okay.
So this is your whole cocktail, because people do not like to mix cocktails. It's hard for them.
Well, and also, and don't worry, guys, seriously, Addie, our social media maven, she's going to put, if you miss like the brand of champagne, everything's on the Jason Show Instagram account, Jason Show TV.
Yes.
So we'll put this on there as
now,
well.
I added a little sparkling because I add sparkling to everything, but you could also do this with non-alcoholic. You could add a fruit juice, or you could just use soda water, or like a flavored soda water, like a grapefruit LaCroix, so that you could have a non-alcoholic version.
Okay.
So let's just, I'm going to try this one.
You try, okay, sure. You try that first before you give it to me.
It's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like obviously not doing the exact recipe because I'm putting sparkling wine in tequila, but it's pretty tasty.
Oh, yeah.
You
I don't object.
No.
Oh, I do not object to that. That's really good.
And they're just, I love these. Like,
that's a great idea.
You could take them camping. Like, I'm going in my van this weekend on a trip. I'm gonna throw one in my cooler, and I'm just gonna start infusing.
Where are you guys going? Where are you going in the van?
I'm going to Wisconsin in the van.
Oh, look at you.
I have to do another segment from the van.
You do have to do another segment from your van.
I cleaned it up last night and got all my stuff packed, and I'm just ready to hit the road.
Are you letting your husband in there, or is it just you?
Yeah, yeah. The lobster's coming.
The lobster's coming.
We call him the lobster.
We call him the lobster. Anyway, okay. What do we?
Another just super quick one. Erin Schwab was telling me how often she drinks these at home. I think they're really good. She's not shy.
Erin is having a very rough month.
These are on the rocks pre-made cocktails, and they have lots of varieties. This is a Cosmo that we're gonna drink, Jace, because I know you like a Cosmo.
I do.
But there's a Manhattan, there's an Old Fashioned, they have a margarita. Okay, we're gonna have to let's do that.
Recycle?
Yep, and then we're gonna
I'm sorry, we should have given you more
No,
glasses,
I
my
should have
love.
brought another
I have a Jason Show mug down here.
These are all ready to go. So all you
That's
have to
it?
do is just sip, yes.
And
Now-
they're real pretty.
Yes, and if you felt fancy, like I always do, I always put a little, just because I think everyone wants a
Good
bubbly
Lord,
cocktail.
do you do that with your morning juice, or
I
what's
do.
happening?
I put it in coffee. No,
Yeah.
I don't. But again, if you want a non-alcoholic version, this is not your jam, but these could be made non-alcoholic, the sangria.
You know, sip that. I'll tell you. Can I tell you what I would do with that? With the Cosmo?
You'd mix it with other alcohol?
No, no. Actually, what I would do to
You'd
cut
add
this.
a little more gin or a little vodka?
No, to cut the sweetness, because it's a little sweet for my taste. I would add club soda to that. It also kind of lengthens it. It gives you more bang for your
Here,
buck.
drink out of this to see if the sparkling was what made it too sweet. Because I think if you didn't have the sparkling, it would be perfect
Nope,
for you.
still too sweet for me.
Okay.
No, but if I added club soda, it would be perfect.
And if you have something that's too sweet for your taste, you can always add citrus.
Always,
so
and it cuts
lime
it.
juice, lemon juice, it just makes it a
You're
little
never too
less-
sweet for me.
No, and look at this, this is all done. I don't know what you would do with this
You
afterwards.
didn't
but it's
even
really-
react to my
I
compliment.
did.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
know.
used to you.
Stephanie Hansen, everybody. Everything Stephanie talked about today is on her website, stephaniesdish.com. We'll be posting her segments on our Facebook, and like I said, Addie has it up on our Instagram as well. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everyone. Yeah, I would totally do club soda with that.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back. Well, we've talked a lot about the huge success of Top Gun Maverick, but as we all know, not every movie is a big success. Thank you. From Waterworld to Cutthroat Island to the Adventures of Pluto Nash, there are plenty of box office failures. Remember Pluto Nash, Eddie Murphy? Anyway, there are tons of failures from the past. Today, we wanted to look at some of the biggest bombs in Hollywood history. And some of these are going to surprise you, like maybe this one. Let's start in 2020 with Wonder Woman 1984. That's right, I hated the movie, and I wasn't alone. So here's the cost to output ratio. The movie cost $200 million to make, and it went on to lose an estimated $100 million. Now, I do have to note there is a little asterisk. It was released in December of the pandemic in 2020. So there is that, but it still was horrible. I don't care
What made it so bad? I mean, I never watched it because you said it was so bad.
It was so long. Kristen Wiig was a horrible villain. They wasted the 80s theme. They did nothing with it. There wasn't a lot of music. I don't know why it was called Wonder Woman 84 when they really didn't take advantage of the great environmental fun that you can have setting a movie in the mid-'80s. It was a waste. You should have just called it Part 2 because the 80s had very little to do with it. Next, proof, and then the Chris Pine storyline was insanity. Anyway, next, proof that big stars and a classic book don't guarantee success. Remember this?
We heard a cry out in the universe.
My father's alive.
We believe he is, and we're here to help you find him.
Yeah, Oprah, Reese Witherspoon, and Mindy Kaling starred in Disney's A Wrinkle in Time in 2018, but no one really saw it. And the movie lost an estimated $133 million. I started watching it, and I couldn't finish it. And I love Opes, obviously.
Yeah.
Couldn't finish it.
I love that book, and I'd heard people who liked the book didn't like the movie, so I didn't want to ruin it.
Yeah,
So I just
you
didn't
made
bother.
a very, very smart choice.
Thank you.
Well, next, a romantic comedy with Reese Witherspoon. Do you remember How Do You Know? Anybody? No. Okay, Erin knows this one. She's the only person because the movie came out in 2010 and it placed at number 8 at the weekly box office. This one went on to lose more than $120 million. I must tell you, in 2010, I was still reviewing movies on a regular basis here at the station. I physically do not remember this movie. I remember most movies. I do not remember this movie coming up. I couldn't tell you what it was about. Do you know it?
No, and she's so good in rom-coms, so I don't remember it at all either. And and Luke Wilson's in it? Owen Wilson?
Do not know it at all.
Yeah.
That's weird. Now the two flops, the top two flops, I should say. The first is an animated Disney movie that you probably forgot about. Look.
Let me go! Let me go! Quit! I gotta clean you up. Get off of me! Hey! Mellow out, man! I'm not the fun.
Okay, yeah. So Mars Needs Moms came out in 2011, but people found the animation creepy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you think? Look at that. That's horrifying. It only made $21 million in the US, going on to lose an estimated $150 million. Give or take 10 million. That's Disney's worst losses ever. Now one of the biggest flops of all time. From 2017, a retelling of a classic tale.
Something nobody told you.
That's King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, directed by Guy Ritchie and starring Charlie Hunnam. It lost an estimated $160 million. Yeah.
I kind of liked that movie.
You saw it?
Yeah, those movies are my thing. I watch all of those.
Yeah, that's right. You do love those.
I do. Now I will also say the other King Arthur with Clive Owen and Keira Knightley from before then, way better than that one. That one was kind of weird.
Really?
But it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't bad.
Was Charlie good in it? Because I like Charlie.
He's so hot. Who cares what he does?
That's very true. You know, Kendall?
I mean,
I don't know what. There's nothing else to say.
No.
So I'll stop talking and say, we'll be right back. Back in a moment. You're right. Drop the mic. Drop it. We're done. Here we go, Kendall. Welcome back. Well, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
I'm ready. It's time for the world's shortest segment. Hi. It's your chance to go on a date with one of Hollywood's hottest stars. Chris Evans is offering up the chance to be his date at the premiere of his new movie, The Gray Man. It's all part of a fundraiser for a pediatric cancer charity in Boston through Omaze.com. How nice. A $10 donation gets you 20 entries. $150 gets you 2,000 entries. The winner gets 2 tickets to the premiere and photos with Captain America. I love that.
Very cool.
I'm going to go get my credit card and we'll be right back. Back in a moment. Can I buy you some?
Uh-huh.
You got to take me.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome back. Well, we never know what's in this segment until right now. It's time for the surprise goodbye. Today, it's something new. Kendall is going to put me to the test with the 30-second, 10-question Jason Show quiz. Okay, 30. Oh, wow, we have a graphic. Yes. We have a count. Okay.
You have to answer as soon as I ask it. You don't get to vacillate on these things.
Oh, listen to the taskmaster over here. Okay, take it over. Go.
All right, 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Celebrity crush.
Brian Philippi.
Childhood nickname.
Fatty.
Oh, favorite junk food.
Doritos.
God, texting or talking?
Texting.
Most annoying habit.
Moody.
Colin, what would you say? Your favorite age?
34.
Dallas or Star Wars? Pick!
Dallas!
Morning or night?
Morning.
Favorite holiday?
My birthday.
It's not a holiday.
Oh, Christmas.
Cakes or cookies?
Cakes. Is that it?
That's it.
What happened to the countdown? Did Leo break the countdown clock?
This was not my
It's the
fault.
first time we did it and director Leo broke the clock?
Oh.
Oh, what the?
You did.
Are we being invaded by aliens? What's happening in the studio?
The
Audience, run! The aliens are
Grab
here.
the vodka.
Tomorrow on the show, we're chatting with Rupert Friend. That's right, the Grand Inquisitor from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Plus the sumo wrestling match you've been waiting for. Me versus Ted. That's tomorrow. Go out there and be yourself. Nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Bye, everybody.